This heartbreaking footage captures a sniper attack at a police checkpoint in Rio de Oro in Colombia's Cesar department. It occurred during the early hours of Thursday, June 19, 2025, when two officers were fatally shot while manning a routine checkpoint near the local police station. Authorities say a sniper was likely responsible. The victims were identified as patrolman Jose Daniel Pedraza Gonzalez and Herny Ospina Lasso, who were rushed to a hospital in Ocaña but tragically did not survive. Upon learning of the attack, local officials swiftly enacted a security lockdown across the southern zone of Cesar and surrounding areas. A reward of 200 million pesos was announced for information leading to the capture of those responsible. These senseless acts underscore the ongoing threat posed by organized armed groups. But authorities promise to use every investigative and intelligence resource to ensure justice is served. This dramatic dashcam footage was captured on October 24, 2024 in Chongqing, Hebei province, China, showing a driver navigating a dark, foggy road with near-zero visibility. Following a truck with barely visible taillights, the car's autopilot suddenly swerved to avoid a collision, and moments later it dodged three motorcyclists riding side by side in the dense fog. Thanks to quick automatic steering adjustments, the driver escaped unharmed without any damage, highlighting both the extreme danger of foggy nighttime driving and how modern safety technology can help prevent accidents in such hazardous conditions. This shocking footage comes from July 1, 1987 at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, where a USAF C-130E Hercules was performing a low-altitude parachute extraction, LAPES, to drop an M551 Sheridan tank. As the tank was deployed, the aircraft failed to climb in time, struck the tree line, and crashed in a fiery explosion. The tragic accident killed 3 aircrew members and 1 soldier on the ground, while 2 others survived with injuries, serving as a sobering reminder of the extreme risks involved in military training and the sacrifices made by those who serve. This shocking CCTV footage was recorded on Wednesday, February 26, 2025 at 4:10 p.m. WRB in Baran and Ganjuk, East Java, showing a truck carrying a group returning from rice harvesting suddenly losing balance and overturning into a rice paddy. Passengers and tools were thrown into the muddy field as panicked villagers rushed to help, pulling people out and gathering scattered belongings. The truck lay on its side in the flooded field, a stark reminder of the dangers of overloading vehicles and the importance of proper transportation safety in rural areas. This is the nail-biting moment a truck swerved just in time to avoid a bus making a sudden U-turn at an intersection. The bus, attempting a U-turn on Luang Pheng Road in Bangkok on June 5th, failed to use its turn signal. Traffic camera footage shows an oncoming truck sounding its horn, its driver reacting quickly to avoid a collision, grazing only the bus's side mirror. Thailand currently faces one of the highest road traffic fatality rates in the world. In 2021, there were approximately 25 deaths per 100,000 people, ranking 9th globally and among the highest in Asia. Efforts are underway. The Thailand Road Safety Master Plan aims to reduce fatalities to 12 per 100,000 by 2027, and a recent congressional advisory group was formed in April 2024 to strengthen road safety policies. Quick reflexes prevented a tragedy today, but safer roads begin with safer driving. Always signal your turn and stay alert. This shocking moment, shared widely on social media, captures a father and his young son being swept into a large open drain by a powerful flood in Chiquimulila, Santa Rosa. The boy is seen dragged by the current, and in a desperate bid to save him, the father rushes after his son and is pulled in too. Local volunteers and the National Coordinator for Disaster Reduction, CONRAD, along with municipal and volunteer firefighters, responded swiftly to search for the pair, though nightfall paused the operation. By the next morning, emergency teams had recovered the father's body in the nearby Itatuna River. This tragedy highlights the dangers of unprotected drainage infrastructure combined with Guatemala's increasingly intense rainy season. It's a somber reminder. During floods, even a moment's hesitation can be deadly. A heartbreaking reminder. Stay away from flowing drains during floods. For your child's safety, always prioritize evacuation over rescue. This shocking footage comes from Fuling District, Chongqing, and it was captured on June 29, 2025. Here, on a winding mountain road, a compactor unexpectedly slips off the back of a flatbed semi-trailer. The driver failed to secure it properly. Terrifying consequences follow. As you can see, the heavy machine careens backwards, smashing into multiple vehicles. 2 motorcycles are caught in the chaos. 1 rider is struck and injured, but miraculously there are no life-threatening injuries. This could have been far worse. This incident is a sobering reminder. Securing heavy loads is not negotiable. Just one oversight, and lives are put at risk. This devastating video comes from Darli village in Uttarakhand, India, where on August 5, 2025, a sudden cloudburst triggered a deadly flash flood and mudslide, sweeping away 40-50 houses and over 20 hotels in minutes. Eyewitness footage shows terrified locals and tourists fleeing as buildings collapsed under torrents of water and debris. At least 4 people have died, while more than 50 remain missing, feared buried beneath the sludge, as rescue teams including the Army, NDRF, SDRF, and ITBP work tirelessly to evacuate survivors, with 15 to 20 people already rescued. Experts warn that climate change and unplanned construction in the fragile Himalayas are intensifying such disasters, and authorities have issued a red alert while heavy rains continue to pound the region. The incident took place on Sunday, August 17, 2025 at around 1:35 p.m. in Bogotá, Colombia. A 77-year-old man, who had just arrived from Santander, suddenly pulled out a knife and attacked 2 passengers at the Salitre transport terminal. One victim was stabbed in the chest and the other in the abdomen. Afterward, the attacker injured himself and walked deeper into the terminal still holding the knife. Thankfully, a police officer and staff from the terminal quickly intervened, preventing further harm. The 2 injured passengers were rushed to medical centers, one to the Clínica de Occidente and the other to the Hospital de Kennedy. Both are now reported to be out of danger. In response, authorities announced stricter security checks and new psychological support programs at the terminal, reminding us that public safety isn't just about physical protection, but also about mental health. This shocking footage was captured on Tuesday, June 24, 2025 at approximately 6:30 a.m. on the perimetral highway near the Montebello market in Guayaquil, Ecuador. One moment, the victim, a woman waiting for a bus, stood quietly on the sidewalk. The next, a massive shipping container toppled off a trailer and crushed her instantly. Emergency crews from the Guayaquil Fire Department rushed to the scene, deploying rescue units and an ambulance, but tragically, she had already succumbed to her injuries by the time she was pulled from under the container. Authorities administered a breathalyzer test to the truck driver, which came back negative, and launched a full investigation into how and why the container detached. This heartbreaking accident serves as a solemn reminder. Securing cargo isn't just regulation, it's a matter of human safety. Stay vigilant, stay safe,